Alright, hey there. I am going to be doing a review today on my custom Mafex Red Hood. This one's definitely different enough from the one I had, I don't know, like 3 years ago now. Man, it's been a while. But yeah, so this one is made out of a couple of different figures, and I'm just gonna kind of go through it. So yeah, but first, if you saw my Instagram, I recently upgraded this guy from his original torso, which is right here. This is how it used to look like. This was all hand sculpted on top of a Mafex Deadpool body. And I recently gave him a Cyclops, a Mafex Cyclops torso. And I think it looks really good. I'll pull off the jacket later to show you guys. But yeah, so I guess for right now, let's just kind of get into the little details here. So this head right here is a custom printed head and custom sculpted head by me. I sculpted this head, man, years ago. And the file is available on my Cults website or account. You can find the link in my description on Instagram. But yeah, so this is all 3D sculpted by me and printed and then painted by me with Model Masters red gloss. I'll show the paints off later that I used for this entire figure, but yeah. Let me get some more light in here so you guys can see better. But yeah, so that's the custom head. This jacket right here is a Mezco Logan jacket. I don't know if you could get it now. It's probably very difficult to get one, but I got this one a long time ago for about like 24 bucks. And yeah, it's been using that for this guy. And I think it looks really good on this body. So yeah, and then these hands here are the Mafex Hush hands. So yeah, he uses all the hands that came with the Hush figure. I'll show those off too as well later. This right here is a custom made knife. I believe I have the tutorial video here on my YouTube channel. If you just look for it, you'll find how I made this knife. Copied the design from Under the Red Hood movie, and I think it came out really, really cool. Legs here are from a Mafex Deadpool, and then I custom sculpted these folds into the legs. And yeah, I think it looks really good. Same thing for these knee pads, custom sculpted. These are just kind of the default Deadpool shins. I just sanded down the detail that used to be on the shin guard and then painted it silver. Foot, I just added a kind of like foot guard onto the boots and painted that silver as well. And yeah, and then here is the gun straps. I try to copy it as best as I could from the comics. It has like this kind of strap that comes down his leg like this, but in some panels you see it's not attached to the gun, so that's what I did. These were made out of the straps from a mask, like a face mask, a black face mask, and yeah, I kind of just glued it together, like literally just super glued it together. You see the kind of glue patch here. I literally just stuck it there and glued it together. And yeah, and they're kind of like free floating. I'm too scared to glue it onto the figure because I might mess up, so it's kind of left them free floating. And it just allows for some adjustability. Now these gun holsters here are custom sculpted by me as well. Made out of, I believe is Procreate. Procreate's the sculpting material I use, which is a little bit more flexible. And it has a liftable strap piece that has two magnets, one magnet here, one magnet there that allows it to close like that and open whenever. And then the deagle right here is removable. This is a 3D printed deagle, printed by me and painted by me. And yeah, just a plain old Desert Eagle. And it just snugly fits right into the gun holster like that and closes. And it's attached to the waist with another strap from a face mask, as you can see right there. And yeah, allows for some flexibility and maneuverability. So yeah, let me take off the jacket now so you can see the torso better. So the way I kind of just put it on, just take off the hands like you would normal Mezco figure, and then you just kind of slide it off. There you go. And there you go. Full body right there. Put the hands back on really quickly. Okay. So yeah, This, like I said before, is a Mafex Cyclops torso. The newer Cyclops, the one that's like metallic blue and white, not the OG one from like 3 years ago. And yeah, so I tried my best to fill in the line. I'll be honest, I was very lazy, so the lines are not perfectly filled. You kind of see the line on this one, and then you can kind of see the line on here as well. The arms less visible, they're basically filled. The ones on the shoulders are filled. The one here is filled, and along with the ones at the back are basically filled. But you could see it on the abs a bit, like right there. You could see the line. Let me get something to point at it. Here, you could see the line right there. Like that's the line from the original, and there's also like a line in here where it used to be as well. I don't know if you could see the line. Oh yeah, you could kind of see the line right there. So the line goes like that and comes down like that. But yeah, other than that, it looks really good. Custom or hand sculpted bat symbol. I went for more of a rougher textured look compared to how the original body looked like, where I carved it in. I'll also be honest, I was pretty lazy. I didn't want to like carve it into the torso because that would just be more work. So I just sculpted it right on top, and I think it looks really good. I'm pretty happy with it. I thought it'd annoy me, but it didn't. So yeah, I'm really happy with how it looks and feels. It feels really good. I like the differentiation between the smooth bodysuit and the rough kind of like bat symbol. So yeah, I really like that. And yeah, so just painted it, just simple paint. There's no like sculpting for the forearm. It's just I just taped off, or no, I painted the whole thing gray, taped off the like right there, and then hit it with some flesh tone, and then created that kind of like bodysuit look that he has in the comics. But yeah, he also comes with some other things I'll show off in a bit. Just a second, let me kind of set him up. But yeah, so I think it looks really, really good. I'm very, very happy with the build. He looks way buffer and cooler compared to before. But yeah, so I guess I'll show off what he comes with. So, like I said, he comes with all the hush hands. So here's the one where it's kind of like grabbing onto like some batarangs. There's that one. And he comes with the relaxed hands, all painted black. I'll show you what black paint I used later. And then there's the fist and this. I'm not too sure what the hand this is for. I think it's to hold batarangs, I think. But yeah, I used it just to hold the knife. So yeah, he's holding a knife with the other hand of this one. But yeah, so it comes with those. And he comes with his open displayed hands. And he comes with, lastly, gun holding hands. All painted black. And he also comes with a unmasked head. I made this one a while ago. If you've watched my stop motion, the part 1 of Red Hood versus Batman, this head was featured in it. I got it from someone off Instagram. I can't remember his username. I think it was like Geek something. I honestly can't remember. That was so long ago. But yeah, so I have this head. And yeah, looks really good for something I painted a couple years ago. I think it looks pretty good still. And yeah, that's kind of all that he comes with. Nothing too crazy. Articulation is great, I guess. I don't know, what else could I talk about? I guess I could talk about little size comparisons. I think he's pretty good for his height. Works well. Here's like a G.I. Joe. There you go. That's your size comparison right there. But yeah, I'm pretty happy with this custom, the way he turned out. And this upgrade. It's definitely a really, really great upgrade. Oh yeah, the paints. Before I forget, let me talk about the paints that I used. Totally almost forgot. Okay, so I used a couple paints. So for priming, like base priming everything, I used this right here. I've had this same bottle since I first started customizing like years ago, back in like 2019 or something. It's Vallejo Black Surface Primer. This is the same bottle I used when I first started, and it's done me some real good over the years. And I'm planning to get a new bottle soon since this one's almost out. But yeah, I base primed everything with this, including the very old legs before I made the new torso, and including this body here. This was all base primed with this right here. All my customs are base primed with this. It's a really good primer, very sturdy too. It doesn't really scratch off or anything. But yeah, so there's that paint. Here, I'll leave it right here. And then for the flesh tone right there, I used this Craft Smarts Yeah, I use some pretty cheap paints. I think I've mentioned it in a couple of my other custom videos or custom review videos. I use Craft Smart as well. This is the Flesh. I think these are like a couple cents, like 90 cents, 80 cents per bottle. So yeah, really good deal. Works really well. And then for the silvers, I use this right here, Model Masters acrylic. Let me get a good zoom in on this one for you. Yeah, this one right here, silver metallic is what it would say, but yeah, this is the one I use for all the silvers. And then for the reds, I use this right here, red gloss from Model Masters as well, or Testers. Well, it's Model Masters, same thing, same thing. Testers, Model Masters, same thing. But yeah, this is what I used for all the reds. And then for some of the blacks, like the joints, like the wrist joints, I use this right here, black gloss, Testers, Model Masters, whatever you want to call it. And then for the grays here, the grays for the suit and the pants, I used a mixture of first this right here. Let's see what it's called. Oh man, I have no idea what that's called. But this comes in the pack that comes with the rest of these. It's kind of like a turquoise, color. But yeah, I had this, and I had, okay, well, I don't have it on the table, but I had a gloss white of Craft Smart gloss white, and I mixed all these together, all three of those together, to create this kind of like hueish gray blue that he shows in the comics. And yeah, those are all the paints I've used. Let me zoom out for you guys to see. Oop, that's zooming in. Yeah, so these are all the paints that I used right here to create him, and I think it looks really good. I'm very, very happy with this custom. Part 3 for Batman versus Red Hood, if you guys are, wondering. I'm most likely going to make that one after Superman versus Hulk Part 2. So expect that to happen. But yeah, that's about it for this review. There's nothing more to talk about for this figure. He's got great articulation, I guess. And yeah, no paint rub. If you use Model Masters, there's not really much of paint rub. Model Masters is a pretty sturdy paint. But yeah, so that's about it, I guess. Oh, I guess I could talk about the clear coat. Do I have the clear coat here? Oh, I don't. Okay, let me quickly grab the clear coat. I'll be back. All right. So for the clear coat of the entire figure, I use this right here, Mr. Hobby, Mr. Super Clear. This is the clear coat that I use for all my customs. It's quite pricey. I think this bottle was like 15 bucks. I switch between the matte and the flat. For this one, I use the matte. But yeah, this is the clear coat I use for like all of my customs since like day one. But yeah, it's a really good clear coat. You could use like some of the cheap ones at Home Depot. I've used those for like a few customs before. But for the most part, this is like my go-to. Like I said, it's expensive, but I think it's pretty worth it. And yeah, that's about it. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and hopefully you guys will enjoy the part 3. Oh, please watch part 2 and share it, please. I spent so much time on that video and it's basically flopped. So if you could, please help me out, share and like that video, part 2 of Batman versus Red Hood. I would greatly appreciate that. But yeah, that's about it. See you guys.